Good evening, race fans. Welcome into the penultimate race of the season here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, the East Coast Outlaw 125. As always, here with my co-commentator in the booth, Art. How we doing tonight?
I'm excited. Charlotte it's a good track. It's a really nice cookie cutter 1.5 mile track.
Anyway, the race information is as follows. 2 laps to set the grid, 125 laps. Fuel capacity, 55% in the NextGen cars for an estimated fuel run of 35 to 40 laps. 4 tire sets, 1 starter, 3 in the pits, 0 fast repairs, and 3 green-white checkers to settle it if need be. And let's go ahead and get you right into the on-track action as qualifying is already underway. And with 2 races left in the season, tonight at Charlotte, next week at Homestead, anything and everything will happen for the playoff fight. Brandon Bowers entered Martinsville with the lead, and now he's back down to 5th, I believe, in the standings, and it's all to play for with 2 races left to go. Currently on top of the timing charts is Randy Arms, 30.186. Alex Chira moves into 2nd, and Bowers loose off of turn number 2. And that'll kill his 2nd lap. Jared Talmadge on his get-up-to-speed lap. While all this is going on, let's quickly show you the points as they entered into tonight. Thomas Green comes in with a 1-point lead over James Jimmy Filler. Sartaj Mann, your regular season champion, 5 points back. Bowers, Dylan Failvich, Jarrett Talmadge, all tied in that 4th position. And then Alex Chira and Kyle Ritchie tied right behind them. And then really Randy Arms still in it, and even Justin Johnson. And then Ryan Taylor needs everything to go right. And Joshua McQuiggan missed the first couple races of the playoffs, but he's back tonight. But he is obviously out of contention with just 2 races left. That is the point standings that came into tonight for your championship battle, as Thomas Green goes to the top of the board, 30.149. Talmadge's first lap good enough for a 30.5. Let's go on board through the second half of the lap, see what this number 91 machine is doing. Keeping it as straight as possible, up into 5th gear. He's going to try and diamond this corner down into 4th, which is interesting. A little bit loose up off the bottom and flat-footed to the line through the tri-oval. His 2nd lap will be good enough for P3.
I'm kind of surprised to find out that they're, shifting, at least for qualifying.
And then Cade McClenny, last week's winner. We'll be getting another EOL. Dylan Failvish trying to get some laps in. A couple seconds left in qualifying. He'll be starting 15th, not what he would have wanted. 25 drivers here tonight. Shorts back to Brandon French, electing not to qualify. Let's show you tonight's starting grid. They're 36 hundredths of a second from 1st to 2nd. Talmadge right there, 38 hundredths of a second as well. Very close between the top 3. Only 15 drivers electing to qualify. Bowers did not get his 2nd lap in, as he had that tank slapper almost off of turn number 2, so he'll have a lot of work to do. And then all the way back to Brandon French. Doug Ezel makes his season debut here tonight. Joshua Parent makes his 3rd start. Zach Range made his debut, or 2nd start last week at Martinsville, picked up a top 10, so the couple of next-up drivers rounding out the back half of this field. we'll be sure to monitor their progress as well as the championship fight all night tonight. 125 laps. It's going to be a long one.
Yeah, and to go with Bowers not being able to get that qualifying lap in, he's got to compete with Cade McClinney getting to the front. So not only will he have to get through traffic, he's going to have to compete with Cade coming through with him.
Absolutely.
Did it let you pin that, but it wouldn't let me pin that? It kept telling me there was a problem with it. Speaking of that, in chat is pinned the Streamlabs charity link for our Racing with a Reason. We have reached the goal of $1,000 of ILF, but we could always do better.
Yeah, we got $1,040.01 raise for the Innocent Lives Foundation. Blew past our goal with 2 weeks remaining, but if you feel so inclined to do so and help out a fantastic charity, we still have time to donate. They're a great partnership, and we are proud to have reached our goal with them, and just super happy to be a part of something, and so happy to see us reach that goal. Let's go talk quickly to... while we're pacing here. Were they in here? They were at one point. Here we go. The East Coast Outlaws sponsoring tonight's race. Here with Doug Ezel, Cade McClinney, and Nick Sipple, the East Coast Outlaws. Just want to give a quick shout out to you three for sponsoring tonight's race. Got anything you'd like to say to the viewers out there before we get going?
I hope I don't kill anybody out here, so that's about it. Just try to stay out of everybody's way. That's my goal.
I'm excited about it. Doug's first NextGen debut. I'm excited about it. He actually beat me in a race that we ran when the NextGens first came out, and he beat me here. So I'm excited to let's see what he's able to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Should be a good race here tonight. Looking forward to it. And just, again, massive shout out to sponsor tonight's race.
Thank you.
All right,
Appreciate
absolutely.
it.
You'll have a good one.
You.
Yeah.
So it says, interestingly enough, that Cade McClinney is ahead of the field. That's not true. It is Randy Arms and Thomas Green, your front row. Playoff drivers highlighted.
There.
What did what?
Talking about how he beat him in a race, and it was here.
We'll see how it goes. But it looks like Brandon French, he's going to start from the pits, so we do have all 25 here tonight. Or at least on track that did register, so we should have 100% participation.
You want to make picks to win before we do go?
Picks to win. Yeah, I have no idea why it says Cade McClinney's in front of everybody. That's hilarious. Interesting. I guess adding a lap kind of confused the system. But picks to win tonight. Oh, man, he's going to hate me for this. But give me Randy Arms from P2. He does well here at Charlotte. And he had a thrilling finish here in Season 1, if you remember correctly, crashing across the line.
Not even Corbin here to try and jinx him. It's you.
It's me, so... That's my own driver. I believe in him, though. Outside pole. And I think he's going to get the job done here tonight when he absolutely has to have it.
I'll take the guy right behind him. I'll take Alex Shira.
He's had a couple good races the last few weeks. He's really starting to apply the pressure up front. He just needs one more good result and to take the championship fight into Homestead.
I was going to joke that the reason the timing says Cabe's at the front is just predicting the future.
Oh, jeez. And he laps everybody? It has him a lap ahead for me, which is odd. Did Corbin give him a wave around instead of a EOL? I don't know.
EOL. I don't see a waiver.
Interesting. All right. Well, it usually fixes itself whenever something like that happens. So right now, obviously, he'll be way at the back. Only Joshua Parent behind him, as well as Zach Range. But pace car is off. Thomas Green will lead us down through the tri-oval. Waiting on the command, and a couple guys spinning their tires right off the start. It looks like they'll be okay. Thomas Green was a little loose too, but he gathered it up. They both kind of got loose there, and Randy down into the 4th position, side by side with James Jimmy Fillers. Shira side by side with Dolly, and so on and so forth. And Quiggin trying to make up spots.
wondering who that all-black car was. It is a nice-looking scheme from Dolly there. Not all black people. It only looks like it.
Thomas Green continuing to lead as he got his teammate behind him. It's Planet Sim Esports 1-2. Randy does settle out into third. Let's see if we can reset the overlay. I don't know why it has Cade McClenney out front. There we go. It has just now updated. Put him back into his appropriate 17th position, chasing after Michael McElroy. That was a bit odd. Take a look at the top of your screen. Top 5. All playoff drivers highlighted in purple. Jonathan Dolly trying to spoil the party. He's up 1 spot early. A little wiggle there to turn number 4. But your big mover, Michael McElroy. He's ahead of all the EOL drivers, so of course he'll be the big mover early on. He's up 7 spots through the benefit of others, having to start at the tail end of the field. But the only guys that have naturally passed some cars is Fillers up 2 spots and Bowers up 2 spots. They're joint biggest movers. Makes sense because they're teammates.
Cabe also has spots, it's just not going to show.
Right. But Brandon French did start from the pits. He did come out probably about half a lap behind everybody else. And 2 drivers have dipped into the 29-second bracket. It's James Jimmy Fillers in third.
Be 3 wide down the back stretch. Brandon Bowers is now below the apron. It got a little spicy there. Failovich got into the back of Kevin Bully and checked him up on the exit of 2. And just set off that whole sequence of events.
Looks like Randy might have had some internet connectivity issues there. Looks like he's blinked out of the race temporarily. Let's take a move. Let's rewind it back. Look what happened with Kevin Bully while that was going on. Just like you said, a big check up there out of turn number 2 and big scramble there. And McElroy gets through. It does look like Randy was just able to hang on. He's back in that 4th position, but it showed him as gone for a handful of seconds there. Normally we see drivers gone when that happens, so pretty lucky to hang on there. We're 7 laps into this, all green so far. Right now it's Fillers applying the pressure. He's picked up 3 spots. Cade McClenney already up to 11th. He swept last week, one at Martinsville in the NextGens, one at Lucas Oil. IRP is their 3 wide right behind him. He's looking to clinch the Next Up championship this week. Right here, Devin Galvin in 9th, leads kind of this hornet's nest. 9th back to 17th, only separated by a second, and even then Kevin Boley, William Bowman, and Zach Ranger all right there.
Cave's going to take over the reins here, try and drag these front 8 back in.
Andrew Tenold, Devin Galvin side by side, teammates and co-owners going at it. Cade McClenney already up to 8th. Looking for, or 9th, excuse me, and he's looking for more. Let's go on board with the driver of the 05. He's got his driver cam again. Let's just look how steady he is on the wheel all season, except for maybe 1 or 2 times we've seen him gives the thumbs up, and he's just having a good time. Wave to the camera. He's going to go to the back to the front again.
He can't wait to be,
almost missed a shift there.
Driver.
Yeah, it's just a absolute formality. But he's having a good time hunting down Joshua McQuiggan, who's kind of in no man's land at the moment, but he'll have pressure here in just a couple of laps, I imagine.
Did you really go look, Ma? No hands.
2 hands on the wheel at all times. And while all that was going on, battle for the lead. James Jimmy Fillers got around Thomas Green. Thomas Green washed up the hill just a little bit. Fillers takes the inside, takes the lead away, gets a bonus point. That's crucial. These guys were separated by 1 point coming into tonight. And right now they're the class of the field so far. Both wearing, or both sporting pink paint schemes, so maybe that's the key to success.
Yeah, show up in pink. Let your inner Barbie out.
Thomas Green not letting fillers get away, though. He's keeping the pressure right on him, and then as we mentioned, it's only a couple of laps. McQuiggan in his return to on-track action inside the top 10. He's got a rearview mirror full of Cade McClenny. And Brandon Bowers, Tendall, Devin Galvin, and all the likes further on back. They're getting pretty close to the wall on corner entry, but they're mainly riding the apron almost if they can get their left side tires on that blue and white line. Trying to wrap the bottom. Let's see, McQuiggan got about 2 seconds to that front group. But here comes Cade McClenny in that 05.
Challenge for a lead. Thomas Green looking to take it back.
And it looks like both passes have been made on that inside, and at the line, that would be fillers by about half a car length, and it is ever so close between the top two. There's so much to lose between both of them, but they are racing each other with a lot of respect right now. How about Jonathan Dolly in the top 5? He's looking for 4th right now. His teammates on the low side, the 76 and the 9, trying to draft their way back. Randy Arms falling back just a bit, but still in the lead group. And it's kind of shocking to see how compact these groups are. I mean, now you have Cade McClenny in 8th, and there's just kind of a single file train of cars behind him. Not what we expected on the outside of this race. Especially such a drastic shift back from 7th. I mean, it's a dead split. You have your top 7 and then everybody else.
Sure exactly what I expected from this race. I just expected more than what happened.
Ooh, contact between 4th and 5th there. Dolly and Kyle Ritchie going at it. Dolly has nothing to lose. Kyle Ritchie everything to lose.
They're side by side for lead. They're door banging into 1 and 2.
And nobody wants to give up the lead. That could potentially open the door for Talmadge. But does he want to take his teammate 3 wide in the first 20 laps? He'll kind of just sit there and let them use their stuff up, I imagine. Let's go on board with Talmadge. Thomas Green edges ahead there, but then Filler's going to use that momentum off the top side. But he's not able to get clear at this current stage. Filler's not yielding. Thomas Green not yielding. And Jarrett Talmadge just kind of enjoying the show. It's a power move around the outside, though. Fillers does eventually get clear.
I think Thomas Green might need the help of Talmadge. Or Talmadge might need the help of Thomas Green to get around Fillers.
You're trying to draft past him, maybe. A little bump draft. Look at Dolly aggressively side by side with Randy Arms there. That's for 7th position. And they're bringing Cade McClenny right into it. Gap was down from 2 seconds to about 1.3, so he's pulling the second group up to him.
Ooh, contact between Thomas Green and James Fillers. He gets a little sideways. Still able to keep it straight, though.
And they're really not able to separate from one another. It's going to take a big send from one of them. And Thomas Green, he's kind of pinched on that bottom. Filler's doing a nice job of positioning his car. He's using the momentum of the high side off the exit of 2 and 4, and that's keeping him ahead right now. Looks like Dolly.
See Cade McClenny slowly coming to frame here.
Top 10, only separated by 2.2 seconds. Back to McQuiggan. Well, that's an aggressive move there from Thomas Green entering turn number 3. Don't think he'll have enough momentum to get the job done. It's going to take a slip up, really, from Fillers, I think, to hand over this lead. He's got that outside line working right now, but how much are they taking out of their tires? say, compared to someone like Randy or Alex Chira, who's just kind of been sitting in line riding. And Thomas Green searching for grip. He's going way up the hill.
It'll be really interesting to see how long these two can hold on. Potentially how.
Ooh, that was a bit more than a little fender rub right there. That was pretty significant contact into the right rear there.
He's trying to get to the outside of him.
He's got it. Now what can Thomas Green do on the outside? Flip-flop the lanes. Thomas Green's been looking for that outside for a couple of laps, and he's finally got it. Can he use the momentum to get back to the lead of the race? He's got half a car length as they head down the back straightaway, almost a whole car length. Filler's going to drive it in pretty deep, and it gets a little tight. He's going to have to lift. That should be the move done for the 13 machine.
Talmadge now trying to get to the outside.
Oh,
Filler's
aggressive. It's aggressive early on. That checked up the 91. Here comes the 76 and the 8 and the 9. 6-car breakaway at the front of the field. And we're already 24 laps into this race, halfway through the fuel run. 91 going to look now to the inside of Fillers. He's going to get a little tight on corner exit. This is going to allow Thomas Green to slowly break away. Gabe McClenny, he's only half a second off of this pack. He's brought Brandon Bowers right with him. So Bowers also charging up through this field. And then behind them, there's Andrew Tenold holding on to 10th, and Dolly and Failvich going at it. Michael McElroy as well, right in the mix. Making up another pack, and then back to Casey Brown. And it's almost like everyone's got a pack. Even Travis DeLeon and Doug Ezel running together. The only one really out of sequence is Brandon French, but he started from the pits. He's looking for a caution to get back on the lead lap.
Ooh, Talmadge is now to the outside of Filler.
There's that team play that you mentioned. Thomas Green was able to come up and give his teammate a draft there. And now Talmadge was able to get to the outside. He's hanging on that right rear quarter panel. He is going to get there.
You can see Fillers, he wanted to go up. Wanted to try and protect that high side.
Thomas Green is going to block Fillers, take away the clean air, and then he'll come up and draft with Talmadge. This is excellent teamwork against one of the best. And Fillers has to concede. Planet Sim Esports 1-2. Look at Talmadge. He wants the lead now. At the line. It's a photo finish. I think Talmadge led that lap.
He did not. It was a 0.001.
Oh my goodness.
For Thomas Green.
But now he does get through, so they'll both have led a lap. This is big for them. Bonus points galore.
Well, look who's here now. Kay McClenny, no, he's going to be top 5.
And he does this every week, and it's still pretty incredible to watch from the back to the front every week. And somehow has life left in those tires. McQuiggan has entered the party as well, so it's an 8-car party at the front, separated by 9/10 of a second. Talmadge does officially lead that lap, so bonus points for him, Thomas Green, and Fillers. And how about Kyle Ritchie all the way up by the wall?
Ooh, Randy blinking there for a second. He just appeared for me out of turn 2.
So this will be... Pit stops coming soon. Randy said about 35-ish, give or take a couple. And what do you do if you're in this top 8? You got to pit. You don't want to get run over. Kay McClenny up to 4th, and he is absolutely flying. Jarrett Talmadge, he's slowly starting to pull away. Could it be Talmadge's night? And look at that. Fillers all over the back of Thomas Green. That shipped them both up the racetrack. And Kay McClenny says, thank you very much. I'm into the podium positions.
Yeah, Thomas Green, he blocked Fillers into the corner. He's not happy about it. Didn't necessarily want to wreck him, but wanted to let him know that he was, not a fave.
Looks like we have Jonathan Dolly. He did a little short pit there. Pitted on lap 27. Michael McElroy in. Overshot his box. Very sad. Hate to see it. what it is now. Jarrett Talmadge, 0.6 of a second over his teammate Thomas Green, but for how much longer? Here comes Cabe McClenney. Randy Arms is in. Seen Randy do this a couple of times. Came in just a couple laps before the fuel window. On lap 32, Casey Brown is in as well. 4 tires and fuel for everybody. Here comes Brandon French. And for Thomas Green, you probably want to play the team game here at this point since your teammates up the road just a little bit. Try and block that 05. Try and slow him down any way you can. Here comes Schwartz and Boley. Let's see if any one of our leaders takes advantage here.
I think Fillers wanted to, but he...
Oh, and he's on the wall! Dangerous place to be stopped on the racetrack. And the yellow is out. Alex Chira up into him. Let's take let's back this up a little bit.
Kay was coming in. I wonder if Fillers was going to try and follow him in.
Oh, man. Let's take a look here. Just kind of changes things just a bit. Randy Arms is loving that. Let's take another look here. It almost looks like he washes up just a bit, though. You see him enters, he's on the apron, slides up to that first seam. And then he's coming back down, and the 9 says, I'm not pitting. Bowers just avoids it, and Zach Range, Failvich, Tenold, and a couple others, and that's a dangerous spot to be parked, and there goes Randy right around.
We'll have to get word on whether or not he, called it out in chat, but I mean, you gotta know your surroundings. You cannot pit. Right?
That's what we kind of mentioned. It was going to be kind of a tight pit entry there with 8 cars under a blanket, and sure enough, there was an incident that brought out our first caution of the night.
Yeah, we'll find out through our glorious leader of Corbin whether or not, there was any wrongdoing. If Chira had enough of a heads up to...
So actually, Randy was not... He had not yet unlapped himself, so he doesn't actually get the benefit of this. He loses the track position, and he has 2 lap older tires.
Right, well, I'm going to ask. Radio chatter. There was too much of it. He could not call his
Oh, man. Interesting.
Not really his fault, but, not Chira's fault.
Yeah. And that's going to trap a couple guys way out of sequence here. Filler's back down to 18th. Randy Arms, 15th.
Cade McClenney's the race leader?
How did he come in on 33 and everyone else on 34?
Oh, because he was pitting during, the wreck.
Oh, wow.
Remember?
Oh, yeah, he came in right before that. How about that? And then
he was on,
he was already on pit road, yeah. So he got his service done, and everyone else had to go at caution speed, so that's a big break for this 05.
Thanks for saying that. I was really confused as to how he was in the lead. And I forgot, I mentioned that.
Look at Zach Range in 8th. Taking advantage. A couple cars. We'll get the wave around here with how the hell that all worked out. Looks like Schwartz, Kevin Boley, Bowman, Casey Brown, Dolly, and McElroy. French still lap down. Randy unlapped himself during that sequence.
There's a Watkins Glen replica slot car track available for $9,500.
How about that?
I was gonna say, how are you feeling your pick to win? What, he's sitting P15, P18?
Right. The jinx was on early, wasn't it?
There were a couple of times where I thought mine might go around. It got a little scary. It was a good green flag run, though.
It was.
Especially coming off of last week. And we only got a caution because of, pit entry mix-ups. Hey, look, McClenny's now at the front, and it's not an accident. Shut about that.
Getting back racing here. Gonna be lap 38. The restart.
The biggest thing here is drivers, don't let Cabe McClenny walk away with it.
He's got the clean air. It might be hard to do, so we'll see here. Enters the Geico restart zone. First restart of the race. And he is gone. Oh, there goes Thomas Green! Joshua McQuiggan around, yellow out immediately. Holy cow, there's Fillers and Pinder and everybody else. Failvich lost the front clip. And they all scatter on the front stretch. And that was your championship leader. What in the world happened there? Let's take a look at it. Oh, and he just spins the tires. There was no pressure from behind. Around he goes instantly. Let's go on board. I think this will... Does he shift down? Or let's take a look. Holy cow. No, and he does. It wasn't like going from second to first. It just goes around on him. Let's take a look at those around him. Yeah, it's a first gear start. But for whatever reason, Thomas Green just couldn't handle it. And I mean, that was just chaos.
Was that not, like, basically exactly what Carson Poindexter did?
That's exactly what happened. I was going to say season 1, Charlotte. Except he was in 4th and not 1st. But around he goes. He right rears McQuiggan. Talmadge barely escapes it. Brandon Bowers into the back of Kyle Ritchie. Does Zach Range split this here? I think he does. Yes. Oh, he gets a little loose, but he's fine. Tenold gets through. McQuiggan. Holy cow, there goes the 15 of Travis De Leon. I mean, this was the whole field. Just a big checkup. Oh, and that was because Scarabo came down across his nose, and he gets in that little artificial turf, and then he gets hit again by Failvich. My goodness. Let's take a look here what happened. Failvich, I think, he at least was showing a missing front clip there. So they're trying to check up, and it's just... He's trying to come down to avoid the chaos above him, and kind of collects a couple guys below him as well. My goodness. Wow. Talk about another twist and turn in the championship race.
It was not Carson Poindexter. It was Chris, but I can't remember.
Christopher Weil?
Christopher Weil.
That's right.
Yeah, Carson Poindexter pointed out my mistake.
Wow.
Like, that was not me. I didn't know that. I just knew it was a Muppet Motorsports driver, and it started with their name started with a C.
I mean, that is crazy. How about Zach Range up here in 4th? Another promising next up driver.
I
Josh.
got a feeling next season's gonna be really fun.
Joshua Parent sitting in 8th. Chris Pinder missing that wreck. He's in 9th. Let's kind of flip the order a little bit. McQuiggan back to 15th. Felovich in 17th.
Thomas Green back there.
Yeah, and Thomas Green took the biggest hit, obviously. You lose the 0x bonus, obviously, and all the way back to 22nd, and you've been on pit road for quite a while now at this point. Alex Chira as well. And Tony Scarbo, he had...
What is going on with this outside line? Are the lights off on the pace car?
Lights are
No.
not off on the pace car.
What are we doing?
It's like the 91 and the 143 decided to get lined up a lap early, just because they can.
Why are they going so slow? Need Talladega pit speeds.
Mm-hmm. But it does look like that everyone will get out on time. Oh, big left front damage on that 9. That's not going to go well the rest of the race for him, I imagine. Started 4th, and now he's back down to 24th. I mean, my goodness. 41 here. Restart beyond that. 42 back underway.
Josh Allen's already thrown an interception.
He's not that guy. He's really not. He's proving to be fraudulent.
He's what everyone says Dak is.
You're not wrong. But 25 cars, all of them that entered the race, still in the race. 24 on the lead lap, and Brandon French 2 laps down. He kind of got a really bad break there. He pitted just before that caution, and he was already 1 lap down because he started from the pits. And when he pitted for green flag pit stops, he was 2 down, and he really didn't get a chance to get it back because there was several a lap down ahead of him. Which really hasn't worked out in his favor yet.
Corbin, you need to leave Jeff Bodine alone. I feel like he can take you in a fight. Like any previous NASCAR driver could take Corbin in a fight. Richard Petty could take him.
Current Richard Petty, of course.
Current Richard Petty.
Pace car is off. Cade McClenny back at the front of this field and in control. We'll see if we have any more restart shenanigans as the field enters the Geico restart zone. And a little bit more cautious, although Pinder, I think, maybe spun the tires just a little bit. Shorts all over him. But the field does get through, and we should be back to some green flag racing here.
Not sure if that was just tire spinning or just a lot of...
Though he looks a little loose and Shorts. He's trying to get around him. He's going to the high side. Loose there out of turn number 2. Pinder in 11th trying to hang on. Side by side for second. Looks like 10 will put it in the wall out of 4. Oh, he's going to get turned from Randy Arms. Big damage to the 45 right in front of Pinder. There goes Doug Ezel. Huge collision on the front stretch. 10 holds out of the race. What a collision. Doug Ezel toes immediately. And that car is destroyed. I mean, just put it on the hauler. I mean, it's over. Oh, my goodness.
That was violent.
That was vicious. Oh.
Kennel's still sitting there on track. It's over, bud. I'm
It is-
sorry.
Yeah, that come to an end there.
It's over.
So what happens? Here's side by side with his teammate. And they both just get really tight through 4. He's in the wall. He's in the wall. It lets go of him, and there he goes. I don't want to... I would assume he knew that there was going to be traffic, but I guess he just kind of gets launched off the wall. It finally he's trying to get off the wall, and it just launches him into the path of the 8 machine, who avoids disaster there. But look at this, though. The teammates battling hard. You're inside the top 10, and Galvin pushes him up the track a little bit. Tenold gasses it up to try and get clear into the wall, and...
Oh, what?
Oh, man.
I missed this, what happened with Pinder and Casey Brown.
Oh! Oh, my, it just keeps getting worse. Holy cow. Wow. Yeah, so literally nothing Pinder could have done here. The car's broken at this point. Then he gets a shot from Doug Ezel, flying in late, and then they're both through the artificial turf, and then he gets this little curbing here. And obviously Casey Brown's trying to rejoin, and Pinder's car is destroyed, though. I mean, look at this. There it goes your right front. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, it's just very unfortunate, and then down into there, and Casey Brown's car is destroyed as well. William Bowman through the grass. I mean, my goodness, that's just so much going on there. An accordion effect, and Randy escapes disaster. I mean, that could have been championship over, and so does Joshua Parent, to be honest with you. And Schwartz able to check up in time, and he's right behind Pinder. He slammed on the brakes. Casey Brown, and there's Ezel and the rest of the field. Wow. Let's go on board here with Doug Ezel. I'm curious on what he saw. I'm very curious on what he saw. That's not the view that we wanted. There we go. So yeah, I think he kind of gets blinded here. He sees a little bit of smoke. And then right there is when we need to start slamming on some brakes. And he was a little bit late there, honestly, on the reactions. Yeah, we saw that, Pinder. I mean, your car was destroyed from the first hit. Yeah, but for Pinder, yeah, that was just a very specific set of circumstances there for Casey Brown to be involved. He's trying to rejoin the track, and Pinder with no steering, just kind of off for the ride.
Got a driver redemption update for the 29 machine of Joshua McQuiggan, currently sitting P9. Had himself a pretty calm race, gotten himself, I think, into a little bit of trouble on that restart whenever I can't even remember who went around. Why is my memory that bad? It was Thomas Green. I think he was somewhat involved in that. Otherwise, clean car. Worked with Cabe, was able to go from 2 seconds back in the lead to fighting for a top 5. Now he gets to do it all over again. It's been a good race for McQuiggan. He's just going to have to be a part of that group that makes sure Cabe cannot just run away with it. But it's really feeling like a Cabe's going to run away with it kind of race unless we get, Yeah,
I mean, he's already got track position 25% of the way into it.
You're going, double file here. Dale's really trying to start his broadcast career early, huh?
Yes, he is. He's having a great time.
He's not getting paid.
No, he's not. That caution helps a couple of people. French goes from 2 laps down to 1 lap down. Alex Chira gets some damage fixed. I know Schwartz was involved. I mean, a couple of quick cautions give some guys some opportunity to get their cars fixed, and we should be back to pretty much full strength. I think that'll be 4 cars out of the race, honestly. Tenold, Brown, Pinder, and Ezel. I mean, those cars are just ruined.
2 of them have left in Ezel and Pinder, but I don't think Tenold's going to go back out there. He might. If there's a couple spots to pick up, he could potentially get around Casey Brown. But
no. My goodness. But it'll be 20 cars in the lead lap, and then French only 1 lap down. We have thinned the herd here a bit, a quarter way through this race, and Cade McClenny will get us back underway. Kyle Ritchie on his outside. I'm curious to see what Zach Range does in this situation. He's been very impressive since...
Excited to see another restart.
Here we go. Cade McClenny enters Geico restart zone, back underway. Oh, that 76 had a slight bobble there.
Outside line not going as much as Fillers wants to.
Yeah, that'll allow Bowers to get through. Jarrett Talmadge is through.
Contact there between McQuiggan, and I believe that is Zach Range.
Yeah, that outside line did not get a good jump. Tell you what, let's crank it up for the first time. Lap 48. We'll crank it up. I believe that was Kevin Bully. Oh, he just straddled the apron there. Loose, loose, loose. And left rear or left front toe link broken there. He had to tow to the pits.
Yeah, I really thought that would be, the crank it up curse there.
Just 1 car. We stay green. Gives us 19 cars in the lead lap. French just keeps picking up spots even though he still laps down. He was 25th, now he's 20th. All while being on his own lap. So I'm excited to see what Bowers can do now that he's got track position. He's kind of followed McClenny step for step here tonight.
If these two get to battle, and we could see another, howling shootout late.
Definitely the front 4 within half a second, and Kyle Ritchie another half second back, leading this group. A little bit further back, Alex Cheer. I know he's got some decent left front damage he's going to try and overcome. A couple guys trying to do the recovery drive. Felvich as well was involved. And Thomas Green, he looked dominant in the early part of this race. He's trying to get himself back into a championship-worthy position. McQuiggan with a little bit of right side damage there to the 29.
I think my pick to win might need, little last lap, everyone wrecks kind of
Oh, range gets tight there underneath the 76.
situation of winning, but gave it his all.
Who'd you pick again?
Alex Shire.
Oh, right.
Oh, there's contact between Shire and Shorts. They're around.
Oh, and there's William Bowman big into the back of Michael McElroy. Yellow is out. Schwartz is around. Looks like Chira escaped. But more damage to the 9. It's gone from bad to worse. What happened there? And that was a track blocker. The 9 did not escape there. And that was... Oh, wow. Oh! Holy cow. And Scarecrow piles in there even further after that. What happened here? Does the 9 just kind of take a left here?
He really takes left. I think he holds his line, but Schwartz expects him to...
Or yeah, Schwartz does come up there. Yeah. Chira's trying to side draft. Let's just watch this in quarter speed. Through the little dog leg.
I mean, naturally, you would assume both drivers would, swing out a little more.
Yeah.
But Chira, holds it tight and does not move. So...
Yeah, because Schwartz, I mean, you definitely see he's all the way down at the bottom. And And he's just assuming that he's going to be able to arc out, and Shearer just hasn't started that process yet. And around they go. McElroy, nothing he could have done. I mean, he's in there. Nothing Joshua Parent could have done. But it's right after this. I think William Bowman, yeah, I mean, he just flies in there. Let's take a look here on board. The 53, so that could be a couple other cars done.
Say the caution came out fairly late, and I'm gonna say that's because Corbin was in chat trying to type up his response to me.
Yeah, because I think like you look at William Bowman here, you go on board, just like where do you need him to go? I mean, at this point right here, take your pick. Nowhere. I mean, you're trying to lock it up at that point, but it's just there's nowhere to go. Absolute track blocker, and then even Scarebo, even further back. I mean, the whole track is blocked. You think they're going to start sliding down, but they all just stay up. Half of them stay up, and one or two come down. I mean, that's just the whole track blocked right there. And holy cow. Top three stay out. Cade McClenny going to be the first one on fresh tires. Man.
I have missed something, and this is very common. We now got Bowers, McQuiggan, and Dolly ahead of McClenny.
So, hearing is I just said top three stayed out. McClenny first
Yeah,
one
I
on.
don't listen to you.
That's fine. I'm just letting you know.
You don't provide valuable information of the race. It's not like you're a broadcaster or a commentator. It's not like you pay attention to everything. That does not seem like it's going to be a good idea, in my opinion.
So did French go another lap down? I don't know. He was on pit road, I think, for... So I think he went back to 2. I think he would have been in position for the lucky dog at that point, but not quite. So we got to sort this all out. How many people we have left? I mean, we're dropping like flies out here.
Can't.
Only
That's
12.
great for French, because now he's got to compete with McElroy.
I think McElroy's done. William Bowman most like... Oh, how is William Bowman still moving? I mean, William Bowman flew in there. Surprised they're both still moving. Scarebo should be fine. Perrin, I think, has left. And then Shorts, he got turned into the wall, so I think his right front is done for the day. My goodness.
I didn't think McElroy took that much damage, but I guess from William Bowman might have, potentially got a toe link when he hit the back one there. But
Kevin Boley is back out after a 6-minute repair to the left front toe link for him. And let's show you what he's fighting for. Real quick. I know he missed a big chunk of the middle portion of the season. The top 30 drop is still in play here. So if you go further back, he is trying to make up the spots on Hunter Rupp with 2 races remaining to get himself locked into next season automatically. So that's what... I don't know if he came back specifically to stay locked in or if he just suddenly became available and just said, hey, what the heck, we're going to race. But that is why...
Shout out to Jacob Thornton, though.
William Bowman, I mean, he's still on the lead lap somehow. I don't know how good that car is going to work for him, but he is somehow on the lead lap. I thought he'd be done flying in there. So McElroy, first car 1 lap down. He's all by himself. It is Brandon French 2 laps down all by himself, who continues to gain spots, still all being on the same lap. And Alex Chira, more damage than we thought, down in 19th. His race pretty much done at this point. And I thought he didn't get that much damage in that wreck. I was wrong. Bowers will lead us down to the restart. Interesting, like a restart zone. McQuiggan definitely loose there on the restart. Outside line did not get going. Here comes Dolly. Trying to take advantage, but McClenny all over the back of 29, practically shoving him off into turn number 1 here.
A Dolly P2.
And he is clear. Jonathan Dolly to P2.
If any chance to get down, he's able to now.
He's got those fresh tires. McQuiggan is fighting back on that high side, though. Putting up a better fight than I thought. I thought it would take him 1 lap, and off goes McClenny, but even just holding him up for 1 lap, pretty impressive, all things considered. That's allowing Bowers to scoot away. Let's just quickly show you what we're talking about here. Pit stop for Bowers, lap 34. Dolly, lap 39. And McQuiggan, lap 38. But McClenny and the rest of the field coming in under our most recent caution. You only have 3 sets of tires, so I believe.
The real question is, did they take tires?
So it looks like McClenny, Talmadge didn't, McQuiggan, obviously on his all stretch. So it looks like everyone minus Kyle Ritchie and Randy Arms did not take tires. So that would explain why they're kind of putting up a good fight, because they're still all on their first set of tires. So we'll dive deeper into that. So maybe look for Kyle Ritchie or Randy to make a charge up through the field.
McQuiggan is dropping hard for someone on the same tires.
I know he's got a little bit of right side damage, so. McClenny through on Dolly for second. 18 on track. Back to Kevin Boley, who will overtake Joshua Parent this lap. Picking up all the valuable spots that he can get. And there he goes. Goes past him on the pits and he's up in the 18th spot. With 15 on the lead lap.
Wait, just now hit halfway.
And 12 of them are within a second and a half of the race lead. So 12 out of the 15 cars are all right here. So hopefully they can keep it clean, because we saw what happened on that last wreck. It blocks the track here pretty quick. Thomas Green pushing his teammate through. A bit further back, Zach Raines trying to find a way around. Filler's thinking about 3 wide. He does go 3 wide through the middle, and he'll get them both. What a move there from James Jimmy Fillers. Puts him up into 7th. Here comes Randy Arms, and Dolly finds himself in a heated battle. Failvich back into the mix. That's exactly what he needed. 13 just trying to be careful. Because you know Fillers came in a point behind you, and he's currently behind you right now, so everything's all right for the moment. But here is the battle for the race lead. Gap went from half a second to practically nothing in just a handful of laps. Talmadge trying to hang on, keep up with these top 2. Let's again go on board here with Cade McClenny. Ooh.
I don't know how, like, we don't have a driver on the outside one with. That's Failvich. That was on the nose of James Fillers there.
Getting pretty racy back here. 3 playoff contenders. The 8, the 88, the 10. Providing some great racing.
If Fillers doesn't lift there, Failvich's car directly goes first.
This is right where all this action is happening. Travis DeLeon has been involved in a couple things. There's Kevin Boley, a couple laps behind. Scareboat also involved, and William Bowman, so they're kind of just doing their own thing right now, hoping for more cautions to get more damage fixed. And look at this gaggle of cars here.
Doesn't have the talent to race.
How about this? Casey Brown comes out after a 20-minute repair. And, I mean, most of his damage was that toe link, and I mean, obviously there's still some couple things that need to get fixed, but the big one was the toe link, so he passes Andrew Tenold, and if he can keep going, he'll get up Oh, there comes Schwartz as well. So toe link repairs fixed for them.
You got to battle for a lead, though. McClinney on the inside of Bowers.
This is the fight we've been waiting to see. Bowers with much more to lose than McClinney. We'll see how he handles it. McClinney going for his 3rd win of the season. Trying to make it back-to-back as well. Bowers trying to get back in the championship fight. Looking for his 4th win of the season. But if you're Bowers, you're feeling pretty good because even if you lose out to McClinney, you're leading everybody else in the playoffs. So you get maximum points compared to your playoff rivals. And look how tight he's side drafting him around. Goes McClinney, maybe not. What a save. Huge save for McClinney. Bowers sucked the air right off that 05. So the 05 might be a little bit faster, so we'll see what happens when he gets back up to him. Yeah, so a couple, we want to point it out just because the impressive the dedication. Schwartz comes back out. He passes Joshua Parent. Casey Brown comes back out. He passes Andrew Tenold. Alex Chira is 8 laps ahead of him, and he's going to hope to pass him down. He will pass Joshua Parent in 9 laps. So guys fighting for every possible position they can get. This is 5 cars under a blanket right here. McClinney way up top. He's going to have the momentum.
Ooh, contact there between Talmadge and Randy.
Really, it's 6 cars under a blanket. It's 6 cars separated by 0.6 of a second. And here we go. Round 2. McClinney not going to be as nice. He's going to definitely drive it up in there. They're both in the wall. Through goes Talmadge.
He's in the grass trying to get away
3
from that.
wide
That's
for
still
second.
3.
And Randy Arms says thank you very much. McClinney through on Bowers, now trying to get clear. Bowers in the wall again. And another twist in the championship fight.
I think that might be Bowers' race. There's going to be damage on the right side of that car.
Oh, he's fighting back. He's good. He's being aggressive as ever. I think that was the message. I think the 05 just kind of gassed it up and said, all right, you're going to suck the air off me. I'm putting you right in the fence. How about Talmadge? Has to go off track to get the move done. Pass of the season, potentially. See how it shakes out, but he's got the clean air. He's trying to pull away. Randy to second.
I think the gloves for Cave McClinney are coming off. He got into the back of Randy Arms into 3 and 4 that time. I don't know he's there. I think Cave is driving angry right now.
I'd say there's a little bit of chip on the shoulder. Obviously, I can't speak for him, but I think if you come in as a next-up driver immediately and win the All-Star race and you win a couple of races in the regular season, you're pretty much a lock for the next-up championship. I think you drive with a little bit of chip on your shoulder. Says, I'll be seeing you guys next season.
Ooh, Bowers is in.
And actually, this is okay because he took fuel only, so this is really, honestly probably about the tire run for him, so it works out. So I don't think it's any sort of race-ending damage. I think it's just kind of pitting when the tires gave out. He pitted on lap 34, and yeah, with all the tires, I think he just decided it was time to come in. Randy, looking for his first win of the season, he just takes the lead of this race.
McQuiggan's coming in, yeah.
Yeah, I think McQuiggan,
He is
with
hot.
the right side damage that 29 has, I think he's struggling a little bit more for tire wear. And we saw him drop a couple of times. But who blinks first out of our lead group? Outside of Bowers. Maybe someone like a Kyle Ritchie, 2.5 seconds back. Maybe try and get yourself back into the mix here. As we're in the second half of the race.
See that kind of move potentially out of, 4th, 5th, and 6th there too.
Thomas Green maybe, you're 1.2 seconds off the lead. There's Casey Brown letting everybody go by. He's just logging laps, trying to pick off a couple spots. Kind of a 3-car breakaway right now. Bowers and McQuiggan both out and away. 15-second stops for the both of them. Got to crank it up. Redemption from Andrew Tennell. Oh, contact out of the pits between McQuiggan and Bowers. Go ahead and crank it up here. Redeem from Andrew Tennell. Absolutely will crank it up. So it looks like we made it through the crank it up curse there. I think the guys that pitted, so I'll be curious to see here. I think there's going to be some strategy in play here. You take a look at the guys that pitted on lap 55 or 56, which was the majority of the field. They should only have to make one more stop. The guys that pitted on lap 30-ish, I think, which was Dolly, Bowers, and McQuiggan, I think they have to make like 2 more stops, the one they just did on the 70s and then one more after that. So I think they're on an alternate strategy and they're trying to kind of have it break their way, but I think the guys that pitted on 55, 56 have the upper hand right now. Just doing the rough mental math in my head. You go 55 and you... Oh, it's going to be real close.
I mean, with the caution laps, and potentially,
you do 55 and 35, gives you the 90, and that gets you another... Oh, it's going to be real close, actually. So, yeah, if you pitted before that, though, if you pitted on 75, 76, 72, you're going to need another caution to reset things. Absolutely. And here comes Bowman in. Locked up the right front. Big damage, but he was on the lead lap prior to that pit stop. Kind of in his own world in 13th. Closest battle on track is with Zach Range and Thomas Green for the 5th position. Failvich and Fillers involved in this as well. Zach Range has been seriously impressive. He got a shout out from somebody last week in chat at Martinsville and then immediately got wrecked, but he still recovered to get a top 10. This reminds you what we entered tonight with. Thomas Green, 1 point over Fillers. In all of this, I just realized Sartaj Man is not here tonight, and that kind of puts an end to your regular season champions hopes of a title. I cannot believe that was overlooked. Sartaj Man is out, McQuiggan is out, Ryan Tiller out, Justin Johnson is out, so there's your 4 gone, so it's from Randy Arms up minus Sartaj Man. So the 8 competing tonight to have a mathematical shot. Thomas Green, James Jimmy Fillers, Brandon Bowers, Failvich, Talmadge, Alex Chira is out as well. Because he is, I think, going to end up 21st. So, yeah, we have thinned the herd here. So let's revise that even further. Thomas Green, James Jimmy Fillers, Brandon Bowers, Failvich, Talmadge, Kyle Ritchie, and Randy Arms are the drivers still eligible at this exact moment as they run.
I wonder if that's a statement from Tri-Racial Racing.
Yeah, Nick
A
Miller
lot of
received a
controversy.
2-race suspension last week after the actions at Martinsville. So your Season 1 champion will not finish Season 2 out. So I don't know. I don't know if you're willing to give a championship for Solidarity, but Randy, he came in 9th. Only 16 points out, though. So he's doing exactly what he has to do. Thomas Green is in. Oh, no, he's not in. He's just blinking. Kyle Ritchie is actually in. Jonathan Dolly is in as well. He's very slow into the box. Not sure what happened there.
Oh, I gotta say, I probably would not, show Solidarity if there was a championship online. I kind of proved that with Super Saturdays, where it was like, I don't want to race this anymore, and I kept showing up, and then I won the championship for October in November.
Yeah, it looks like Dolly might be having an issue. Long pit stop for him. Yeah, so an issue there potentially for the 74. But Randy is starting to pull away now. Talmadge is second back, got Cade McClenney all over him. I wonder if that slight contact with Bowers and getting loose kind of impacted the 05's long run speed here. Don't look now. Here comes Bauer. He's up to 11th. He's trying to unlap himself the hard way. He will be. And there's Cade McClenney, I think, probably just pitting and say, hey, we're just going to... Nah, I was getting ready to say, that's a storyline there. They could potentially have some issues still. Some beef, maybe. McClenney pits, and the issue is a moot point for now. An update there from Dolly. Broke the right front earlier. And almost killed the backfield on lap 87, so decided to park it. So more attrition and more spots for the guys still out there racing.
In comes Randy.
And Failovich and Thomas Green. Jarrett Talmadge will stay out.
Miller's going to stay on another lap.
And here comes the back half of the field.
There was action entering pit road back here. Devin Galvin was sideways.
He does get it, and there's Travis DeLeon. And Bowers, where does he cycle through in all of this? He will cycle far ahead of everybody else, so he'll be your net leader by 10 seconds over Cade McClenney. But where does he cycle through versus Randy? 4 tires and away for the 8 machine. And he cycles ahead even of them, but by a slightly smaller margin of about 8 seconds. But on much older tires. Tony Scarbo staying out. He leads the lap.
Randy's going to be racing with Cade here.
So yeah, this is a battle for the win right here. He comes out 0.4 of a second ahead of this 05. Talmadge comes in a lap later. How much does that cost him? You can see there in the back half of your screen. Here they come. He'll have 1 lap fresher tires, but he does give up the track position. So 1 lap fresher tires, but he gives up about 3 seconds of time. And does he lose time further back to Failovich and them? It'd be important to hold on to it if he can. It looks like he will. That'll be huge for his race. So 2.5 seconds back with 1 lap fresher tires. And here's the battle for the net lead. As Cade McClenney is now on the same set of tires. He doesn't have to worry about that slide that he has with Bowers. So they're all on the same tire set now. Ooh, Failovich really loose in the background. Hangs on to it. And McClenney does get around Randy. Let's take a look, though.
They are 10 seconds back.
But Bowers and McClenney are gonna have to pit again. They're on that alternate strategy. And right now, no caution. They're not getting bailed out by it. But Devin Galvin is taking a trip through the tri-oval grass, taking a bump, and he'll hang on to it. Does he just break loose out of 4? He's into the wall. And he goes for a Dukes of Hazzard-esque ride. So we're coming up on 25 to go. And McQuiggan, I mean, he doesn't have anything to lose. He's dead last in the playoff standings. He's not fighting for a championship. But Bowers has a lot to lose here. Pitting so late, he loses a bunch of positions, and he give up a lot here. And he's not letting this 05 get away, though. Talmadge still 2.5 back from those two, not making any headway, but not losing any. And just behind him, Failvich, Kyle Ritchie, and Zach Range battling it out for what could be a potential podium spot.
Randy's got to do what Talmadge did.
Oh, aggressive there from the
race.
76.
Like, if I'm Randy, I'm going to make sure I maintain with Cable, but I try and just maintain.
Right.
Save my tires for the end and potentially take a shot at it.
Yeah, he's got 1 lap fresher. He put it on 92, Cabe on 91, so that might come into play at the very end of the run. They're about 0.6 of a second quicker each than Bowers and McQuiggan. So they would catch them naturally anyways, but again, these top two do have to pit again. Let's go on board with McClenny. Let's see how he's handling the pressure. And he's coasting, so if he thinks that fuel might be an issue, then it's definitely an issue for your top two. He says it's fine, gives a little hand wave there. Yes, look, he's coasting into these corners, so these guys are even having to save fuel a little bit. So that definitely shows you the top two will have to come down again.
I think we have confirmation of it.
And let's go on board here.
Did you just hit the YMCA on camera?
And let's go on board with Randy. I mean, he's actually getting pulled along in the draft, so he'll be saving a little bit more fuel as well than Cabe. But he's not really coasting. He did come in a lap later as well, so that's something to consider. Brandon French lets everybody go by. And on board with McClenny, who's still saving. Got a driver update redemption for Thomas Green, who currently runs 9th. Started.
Both driver updates we've got, the person for it was running 9th at the time it was at.
How about that? But he's chasing after Kyle Ritchie and Zach Range just ahead of him. Started in the first position. And it's all to play for still. Looks like Andrew Tennell did come back out on the racetrack. He's going to try and pick up a spot on Joshua Parent very late. 38 minutes of time spent on pit road, and he's going to look to pick up that 22nd position.
Schwartz is in 13 laps down.
This is the battle for the win. This is the battle for the final podium spot. Talmadge has it over Failvich, and Thomas Green picks up a couple of spots. He gets past Zach Range. Up to 7th now. When do Bowers and McQuiggan pull the trigger? Because if you're just going to do a splash and go, then you still have a big tire difference to the guys that didn't. But if you come in with 20 laps to go for a 4-tire stop, you lose the track. I mean, it's kind of a no-win situation right now. You need a caution, but you're running 1 and 2, so you can't be the caution. You can't bring it out yourself. You're kind of hoping for a big miracle at this point.
where you pull the good old Michael Waltrip racing. You give McQuiggan a nice little $5 and go, hey, spin yourself.
Yeah, they've stayed out from 76 to 105, but the fuel was running short. A couple regulars miss here tonight, but just a quick update. Next week we will be off for Thanksgiving, and the championship race will be the 27th. So the drivers will have 2 weeks to practice for Homestead, and we should see the best of the best on their A game. 18 laps to go, and here's your storyline now. What does Brandon Bowers do when Cade McClenney gets to him?
Hook him.
And something to note, Talmadge, he has caught this group. It was 2.5 seconds. It's down now to about a second.
Bowers.
So the storyline we keep talking about really doesn't look like it'll happen. McQuiggan, he's still staying out, but he lost the lead just based on the tire differential, and Cade McClenney back to the lead. Yeah, Talmadge only a second back. He is flying. Oh, and McQuiggan loose off of turn 2 with those old tires. Talmadge up into the podium spots. That'll lose him a couple of tenths there. Half a second over Failvich, and McQuiggan just kind of losing time hand over fist. Bowers will come out. Got 16 laps to go. And he's 35 seconds off the lead. He kind of gets lucky with the amount of attrition that we've had, that he doesn't lose more spots, but that's just kind of how spread out the back half of the field has been. So he'll only be down to 12th, but you look at it, he's got to make up 12 seconds onto Leon, and even, like, he's not on to pick up a whole lot of spots. Slowly, Cade McClenney is starting to pull away. It was a car length and a half. Now it's 2.5 car lengths. And he's slowly starting to stretch the lead out. Here in the late stages, McQuiggan finally in. Alex Chira back in. He can only make up 1 spot, I think, on Dolly, and that's about it. It will be a 4-tire stop. Nope. He had 20 minutes of repairs, and like I said, that'll eliminate him from championship contention. But what can Talmadge do? He has 2 lap fresher tires than your race leaders. Put it on lap 93, or fillers also on lap 93. Every extra lap of rubber helps. Any grip you can find this late in the race is hugely important.
Getting outpaced. He was just slightly faster than McClenney, but also slightly slower than Randy Arms.
I'll be very curious here how far Bowers can make it back up. He is the quickest car on the racetrack by about half a second over your race leaders, 6 to 7 tenths over everybody else. But I mean, he's 11 seconds behind Travis DeLeon, who's looking for his first top 10 of the season if he can hang on for 12 more laps. Tony Scarbo looks like a great lock to get his first top 10 of the season, even if Bowers somehow catches him. So good run for the 59. He started in the top 10. Overcame some early adversity. Zach Range, another impressive race for him. Gonna pick up a second top 10 in as many starts. And good runs from Talmadge, Failvich, and Thomas Green to get themselves mathematically eligible heading into next week. And Andrew Tenold does get the 22nd position from Joshua Parent right at the death. And that is the only spot he can pick up, but he does get 1 extra spot. Out of the race, Doug Ezel, Chris Pinder, Joshua Parent, Alex Chira, and Jonathan Dolly. With 10 laps to go, the gap still 2.5 car lengths. As the leaders are encountering a little bit of lap traffic here late. Kevin Boley does give them the low line, and here comes Schwartz on fresh tires.
This could play a factor. I don't think it will with how close those two were. But Schwartz having new tires, he's teammates with Randy Arms. Like, there could be some extracurriculars here. Could be, hopefully not.
Yeah, but Schwartz is trying to unlap himself, obviously. He's a handful of laps down, though, but he's still running. 9 laps to go. Gap's now up to 3 car lengths. It is the closest battle on track, too. Oddly enough, the battle for the win, but I think Cabe's got that little bit extra over the course of the long run. He came in a lap before, too, and that helped him close the gap with the undercut.
Yeah, well, I think I see the plan.
They're bump
Schwartz is
drafting.
gonna-
Yeah, he's
yeah.
pushing Randy into the corners. And that has closed it up just a little bit. He gained half a second there. William Bowman, his final stop's completed. He'll likely finish. He could challenge French for 14th on the fresh tires. How about Brandon French? That started from the pits and pretty much through no fault of his own, kept getting trapped laps down. He lost the original lap just due to being half a lap behind in the course of that first run, gets lapped. Then pits right before the first caution, goes another lap down. Timing doesn't allow him to get anything back, and he'll still walk out of here with the top 15.
Here comes a Brandon Bowers trying to unlap himself now.
Now this could be interesting with Cabe McClenny. But I don't think if you're Bowers, you can sit around and play games. You got to go get Travis DeLeon. You got to get as many spots as you can get. Who's 5 seconds up the road. I just don't know if he's got time with 6 laps to go, so maybe he does send a message here. Who knows? It's all to play for here as we're coming down to the conclusion. The second to last race of the season. Bowers is flying. Lap traffic all over the place. McElroy stays high, though. Big damage to the right front. And if you're Cabe McClenny, you probably just let him go. Well, I would not block Bowers. With 5 laps to go, I'd let him go in 3 and 4 and hope that Randy Arms doesn't follow him through. Well, here we go. I think Bowers gassing it up. Definitely gets to right on him. A little bit of a side draft there, but Randy had to fight through the same traffic, and I think it's kind of a net whatever. Kind of washes out. Bowers has to try and catch as many cars as he can. And it's off. I think Bowers is just going to head off into the distance here. Yeah, he's not going to give him the draft, though. He did pull down. He said, I'm not going to let you draft off me down the back straightaway.
It's really interesting watching, like, Schwartz try and stick right behind Randy.
Does McClenny have the fuel? Let's go on board one final time. Is he still having to cut the car off?
He definitely got the fuel by now.
And, yeah, looks like he's got the fuel. And Randy, he's trying the outside line, trying to get that momentum. And really, everyone's locked into their positions right now. I mean, it's a second back from Randy to Talmadge, a second back from Talmadge to Failovich, a second back, 3 seconds back, 3, 3, 4. So everyone's just kind of locked in here with 3 laps to go. I don't even think that Bowers is going to catch DeLeon here. So DeLeon, first top 10 of the season with 2 laps to go. Tony Scarbo, first top 10 of the season. Love to see those results. Schwartz is trying, though. They got to about a car length and a half, but Cabe McClenny's got the clean air.
Yeah, I think that's the big problem with their plan is they might be able to get him up to the back of him, just getting around him.
And it will be all to play for as Cabe McClenny takes the white flag. He'll take a mistake now from the 05, but it's not something he makes a whole lot of. And Randy loose out of turn number 2.
Schwartz is wrecking.
Oh, jeez. He's into the wall. And they tried some team play there late, but it's not going to be enough. Cabe McClenny picks up his 3rd win of the season and 2 in a row. And his dominating season continues into the next gen, and in the next up, Cabe McClenny, your winner. Randy Arms second. Talmadge rounds out your podium. Good fight back from Failvich and Thomas Green. Fillers sixth. Zach Range crosses the line. Seventh, Kyle Ritchie. Eighth, right where he started. Tony Scarbo. Ninth, right where he started. First top 10 of the season for him. Travis De Leon going to bring it home. First top 10 of the season for the 15 machine. And Brandon Bowers 11th for the number 11. How about that? What a race. Wait.
Finish there. Just fun. Fun watching strategy.
It was. So yeah, we kind of realized that McQuiggan and Bowers and Dolly, obviously Dolly had to park it due to some damage, but Bowers and McQuiggan, they kind of got caught out there by their strategy. And it didn't really give them a chance to fight for the win here tonight. Did not get that last caution they needed. But third win of the season. The next up championship headed his way. He wins a sponsored race, the East Coast Outlaws 125.
He's in the winning. He was there before I was even able to type out the
He
message.
just knew. But let's go ahead and get him in here. Here with your race winner, Cabe McClenny picks up his third win of the season and goes back-to-back. Martinsville, you had to work for it. Very hard. That was a fight back through the field multiple times. Charlotte was a little bit easier. You had some great long run speed, got to the front within the first 25 laps, and really from then on it was pretty simple. You had a fight with Randy down the stretch, but able to hold him off pretty comfortably, and you bring home your third win of the season.
Yeah, that one was definitely a lot. I think that was the funnest I've had all season, working my way through the field. But once we got up front and tires all kind of evened off, everybody was struggling to pass. So I knew getting up to the front was going to be fun. But yeah, that was a good little battle between me and Randy. We were saving. As soon as he got behind me, I realized that he was saving. I knew I had to get in front of him. So at the end of the run, his tires would kind of be done, and I could stick in front of him. But no, that was a good battle all in all. Sorry to Bowers. I didn't mean to do that, but he sat on my door a few times. And I'm like, I can't not. And I lifted, and it just kind of screwed. Then at the end, started having flashbacks to the All-Star race. So we ended up good, and it worked out for us. So
yeah, you had probably a race-saving save there. I saw he was right on that right rear, kind of sucked the air off you, get around, and then a couple laps later you get into him. And like you said, flashbacks to the All-Star race, a little chippy, maybe a little bit, but obviously at the end there, you guys race each other with respect, which is nice to see. And hey, bring home third win of the season. Yeah,
that's fun. I just wanted to kind of show the guys, hey, I belong here. So that was fun. I don't want to mess up anybody in points, so I hope that didn't mess them up too bad. But I'm still going for the win. So that was fun with everybody. Like, I had no issues with anybody. That was just really good battling. So this track actually raced really good. But thank you guys for broadcasting. Thank you, Nick Seipel, for spotting and crewing for me. And Doug, I know that he didn't have the good race, but he did better than I thought and made it longer than I thought. So
it was actually an East Coast Outlaws sandwich. You finished first. He gets 25th. Obviously, he had some crash damage, but you kind of put everybody in the sandwich. And if again, big shout out to sponsor tonight's race. If you have anything you'd like to talk about with that, or I know you're a little. What did you guys do?
Yeah, thanks, Doug, because he supported me quite a bit in my real life racing, and we just started this and found this league, and we were like, let's just start a new team, do all this, and we've been having a lot of fun in ARS. So that's all Doug. I don't know if you want to drag him, whatever you can, but yeah, just all Doug. Thank you for the support, and he's always helped me race in real life and trying to help as many as he can with the leagues and stuff like that. So I love you, Doug. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again on the win, and look forward to seeing you back in 2 weeks here at Homestead for the season finale.
Yes. All righty. See you guys then. Yep. Thank you.
Here with your second place finisher, Randy Arms, who put up a valiant fight for second, just lacked a little bit of long run speed. He kept Cabe McClenny in check, but came up just a little bit short. He was working with Schwartz there at the end, some good team play. But you head into Homestead, mathematically fighting for the championship, the highest of the playoff drivers finishing here tonight. So you gave yourself a pretty good shot at it heading into Homestead for 2 weeks. How do you like your chances?
Well, we'll see how the points play out, but it's definitely been my best race of the playoffs. I've kind of had some crappy luck so far, so yeah, we'll see where we end up. Homestead's a pretty good track for me. Haven't ran this car there much, but Xfinity and trucks I can get around there pretty good. So I think we'll have a good chance if we're close enough on points. But yeah, just was glad not to have a late or say yellow there because I didn't have no tires left, so it it would have sucked.
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty close. Thomas Green finishes fifth, and he was the point leader coming tonight. It'll be really close with a lot of guys, obviously, and bonus points and whatnot. Your race almost, and really the season almost ended there with that incident with Tenold. He bounces off the wall, and I mean he gets sent. I mean his car is destroyed, and you kind of just bounce off of it and carry on. And it just shows you how close the margins are in something like this.
Yeah, I thought we were, or say, all gonna die there. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I saw him getting tight. I was like, I think he's going to hit the fence. So I kind of checked up and moved down the lane. And I thought we was just going to sneak by kind of 3 wide, but he kind of bounced off the wall and came down the track, and I just couldn't get idle the gas in time. So I want to apologize to him. I tried not to say getting into him, but it's just when someone gets tied off of 4, it gets real tight for everyone else too. So it just, unfortunately, just one of those things.
Absolutely. Well, it was a great effort. You go into Homestead with a fighting chance. It'll be real close. We'll wait and see what the official tally is, but I'm imagining it's going to be a decent fight with several guys. So looking forward to that in 2 weeks, and then obviously gonna be a fight, and we're looking forward to seeing you close out the season strong.
Yeah, so I can't wait. Hopefully, we all can put on a good show. Or say next week for you. I know last time we ran Homestead, I think we went caution free, or maybe I just had just 1 yellow or something. So hopefully we can do that again, and say put on a good battle for the championship.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. We'll be back with LSRL. They kick off their season, and then we'll be back here in 2 weeks.
Yep. So thank you.
Absolutely. And here with your third place finisher, Jarrett Talmadge, leading home the Planet Sim Esports effort tonight. He started third, finished third, led some laps, got the bonus points, and really you did everything you needed to do to go on to Homestead in 2 weeks with a mathematical shot. You will be fighting for a championship. And we'll wait and see how the official points shake out, but you got a great shot. It'll be pretty close with a number of guys, I imagine.
Yeah, that was tough. I don't consider Sharp to be one of my better tracks, but third place is good. A little bit frustrated though, because on my last pit stop, somebody spun out of their stall, and I didn't know if they were ghosted, so I had to avoid them, and that cost me like a second, and cost me staying with those two, and just I couldn't get back to them with them working together, and frustrated trying to win one of these races in this league. But yeah, have a shot at the title, which is exactly what I just wanted to do tonight. Just stay within distance, give it that shot, and see if we can pull it off.
Absolutely. There was times tonight when you were the quickest car on the track, and that's got to be some encouragement when you go to another 1.5 miles here in 2 weeks for the championship, and definitely going to be an interesting one. I know there'll be. I mean, really, it's going to be. That's why I love a season long, or it wasn't season long, but we reset it. We didn't do any rounds. It'll be really close between a number of guys, and it's really going to be a great fight in 2 weeks at Homestead.
Yeah, I mean, that very first stint was looking great with Thomas and James trying to wreck each other every lap. Pretty entertaining from third. And then once again, I was in third with Cave and Bowers during each other. Got front row seat to pay-per-view tonight. But yeah, I just needed to probably pit the lap before, just that way there wasn't somebody spinning in front of me. I think that's what really did it in.
Right.
And I had to kill my tires just trying to get back in their draft, and then I'd catch lappers at the wrong place, and yeah, it just didn't go my way, but that happens. And yeah, I've never run. That's not true. I've run Homestead like 3 times, so we'll see.
Yeah, well, good news is you got 2 weeks to practice, so I expect everyone to be on their A game, and it's going to be really just a thrilling championship finale. I can't wait for it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again on a solid result tonight, and we'll look forward to seeing you back here in 2 weeks.
Thanks.
And we'll just go kind of down the teams list here. Let's go talk to I'll go get Tony Scarbo. Here with Tony Scarbo and Brandon French. And Scarbo, great fight back drive from you tonight. You pick up your first top 10 of the season. You started 9th, finished 9th, so a great result for you tonight.
Yeah, I was actually surprised. I fell back pretty fast there in the first run and was expecting a horrible night, but did some good pitch strategy there at the end, which I guess Randy did the same thing, and paid off for me.
Definitely, yeah. Even especially getting caught up in a couple of wrecks, a little bit of damage, and definitely fighting back. And this is hard-earned top 10 here tonight.
Actually, the damage made my car feel a lot better. So
Fair
need to
enough.
figure out what I did there because it loosened it up. But
There you go.
yeah, no, thank you to everybody that raced against me tonight.
And Brendan French, you really didn't get a chance, unfortunately. You started from the pits, so you lose the one lap there. You come down to pit right, at the end of the first fuel run. You do like a lap early. You go a second lap down, and then the caution comes out. And then really, you just didn't get a chance with the way everyone was wrecking and long pits. I was impressed though. You kept going, and you get a top 15 out of it.
Yeah, I was surprised. I didn't realize I finished that high until I got a race ended actually. So there was a couple times I thought I should have got the lucky dog, but I don't think I got it. So should have brought me back up. But I had fun tonight.
Yeah, everyone was kind of exploding around you, toe links and whatnot. And you said, "All right, I'll just take another spot here, and there
All
you
it
go."
is, just patience pays off, I guess.
Absolutely. Well, good efforts from both of you tonight. Good fight backs. It was impressive, and I look forward to see you guys in 2 weeks at the Homestead for the finale.
Yep, I'll talk to you then.
Sounds good.
All
I
right.
don't give a fuck.
Hey, I hate to see it.
Oh, you brought this guy down?
Hey, listen, I joined because it's Travis De Leon, top 10, first of the season. You'll love to see it.
Oh.
Everybody crash, bro.
You were in a couple of them too, so yeah, a couple guys had some good results, yourself included, after being involved in a wreck. So that was pretty fun to see.
Yeah, no doubt. I was telling I think it was Bowman or somebody. I'm like, half the field's gone. Might as well start racing a little bit because the people that are going to crash you aren't out here no more.
Right. But yeah, it was a good fight back, and love to see it. Hard work pays off, and keep a cool head, and you get a top 10 out of it.
Yes, sir.
McNuggets, you finally decided to come back. Missed you.
It was 3 weeks. Come on, guys.
It was a long time, but I appreciate you coming back. You were good. You were quick. You did not get that final caution though for you and Bowers to have that strategy work out though.
No, that's the third time this season with strategy.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah, I've done the same thing 3 times. I've
Yeah.
followed Bowers at Gateway. Same result.
Yeah. In Schwartz, we saw that teamwork with you and Randy there at the end. I was like, hang on, they got something here. And that was pretty cool to see. It almost worked. You got about a car length and a half off, but
yeah, I tried, but he used up his stuff a little too much.
Yeah, you guys were going for it. That was pretty cool to see. But yeah, laying it all on the line for championship. You got your opportunity in 2 weeks, and looking forward to it.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty, fellas. McElroy, you did good until you didn't. 13th. I mean, you were good, but you probably should finish higher. You got wrecked though. It's all right. Give you a pass.
Yeah, and I was getting lapped at there one point, and I offered, I literally offered, anybody who wanted to donate $200 to the charity, I was gonna wreck Cabe, and I think only Jarrett Talmadge said it was tempting, but nobody really bid on it, and I was ready to just turn left into him. But
man,
good on Cabe, man. Good win for him.
Definitely.
I wouldn't have done that, but
fair enough.
I'm a sucker for the charity.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, it was a great race. We'll be back in 2 weeks for the finale, and looking forward to it, fellas.
Okay, man. Appreciate everything you guys do.
Absolutely. Have a good one, y'all.
See you.
Bye.
Andrew Tenold, you get the Air Taco Award tonight.
Yay! I'm the Air Taco this week.
Yeah, your car, it exploded.
Yeah,
Safe to say.
that was probably the hardest hit I've had on iRacing since I've started.
Dan, so were you cleared and released from the infield care center?
I was cleared. I think I have a concussion, so I'm going to take next week off.
You still hopped back in the car after that?
Yeah, I did. NASCAR said not to, but I said the hell with that.
There was one free spot, so there you go. You got it.
I did take it away from my teammate, so that worked out. But no, there was 2 hard hits. The wall and then Pinder. That really hurt.
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't have one of the motion sim rigs because I would have gotten sick.
Yeah, that would have been something. But yeah, I mean, it was just what it was. You're racing good. Dolly had some good speed tonight at times, but totally comes for everybody at one point.
Yeah, the totally got me too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Yeah, we had fast cars tonight. Really fast cars. Don't know why. Sometimes we just get lucky with fast cars.
Turn 4, dude. Turn 4 is why.
I was really good in turn 2 on the high side. I was having a lot of fun with it, but unfortunately, I got up in the marbles in turn 3 and 4, and got up in the wall, and then I think either I turned down the 8 and got collected with him and the 22, or vice versa. I don't know. I took the penalty like a man, so it's whatever. We're gonna move on to Homestead. Yeah, I don't know. Shout out to my grandparents. I know they're watching right now.
I love it.
The next race at Homestead, it's actually the Jessica Fisher Memorial race.
Yeah, we saw that you guys had sponsored that.
Yeah, it's a memorial race for my Aunt Jessica, who unfortunately passed away in February of 2020. We really miss her. We all miss her very, very much. Every day that goes by, it still doesn't feel like it's real that she's really gone. So it's gonna be really fun to showcase Jessica in the ARS, and then also I can't believe we made the $1,000 what do you call it?
Donation goal? Yeah, the amount.
The donation goal for the ILF.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's 2 for 2 on donation goals.
That is 2
ARS.
for 2.
Absolutely, yeah. But got a great community here, and there's still time to donate. But yeah, looking forward to it. Amazing season, and we got one more race to close it out strong for the on-track product. Got a championship to settle, and then obviously for the ARS Cares portion of the league with our efforts to charity. So link is pinned in our chat, and yeah, y'all go check it out.
Donate.
Absolutely.
Give them your money. Give them all your money.
Or us. Or everybody. You can do both. Everybody.
Give me all your money.
Sharing is caring, people.
Absolutely. Well, have a good one, and we'll see you back here in 2 weeks for the finale.
Yeah, for sure. See you later.
Yep. Here with the rest of the CMS boys, how we doing?
All right, how you doing?
How are you?
Pretty good. Yeah, you had a hard hit tonight, Bowman. Were you cleared and released from the infield care center?
Yeah, got a little bit of neck pain, but I'll be all right.
Still fought back to a 14th place finish somehow, some way. I honestly thought you were done. I was like, wow, there was nowhere to go, and he flew up in there, and I thought, oh, he's done. Got to be done. And I see him.
I still had like 3 minutes and 20 seconds of damage, but chose not to repair and just keep on rolling, see what I could do.
Get top 15 for your efforts.
Yeah. Guess I'll take it.
Yeah. Kevin Bully, it's good.
There's nowhere to go.
Yeah, that was a track blocker. Kevin Bully, it is good to see you back on the racetrack. We missed you out here.
Yep. Had a pretty decent time till I spun myself out.
Yeah, we saw that. And left front toe link, I think, was gone there after that.
Yeah,
left rear.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes of damage.
Yeah,
but I'll take a 16th.
Yeah, there you go. He was able to get back out there and get some free spots at the end of it, so it works out.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if Pinder's here, but hard hit of the night. Nowhere to go for you either. And
he just checked out.
Yeah, but it was not last technically, at least according to our timing and scoring. You beat Doug Ezel by like a couple feet. so there you go. But looking forward to it, fellas, and we'll see you back here in 2 weeks for the finale.
All right, man. Have a good
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you too. Here with TTSL Motorsports, Alex Shearer, Dylan Failwich, Kyle Ritchie, and overall, a solid night for the team. Obviously, Shearer getting involved in some stuff back at the pack, but decent nights for the 88 and 76 teams tonight.
Yeah, I decided to throw on pit road twice tonight, and my strategy was horrible. Other than that, it was fun.
Right. You had some decent speed. You were getting after it. You were in that lead group for the first half of the race, and it'll be very close. I'm pretty sure Failvich, almost positive that he'll be mathematically battling for the championship. I'm not sure how it shakes out with you yet, Kyle, but it'll be pretty close for you to be fighting for the championship as well.
I believe he's 2 points behind me.
So if he's 2 points behind you, then it'd be pretty close.
We were crunching. I mean, I could very easily be wrong. Math is either really good or really bad.
I'm almost positive because Thomas Green was the points leader coming into tonight, and Failvich, you beat him. You were ahead of Randy. He beat you by a couple spots. So I think it shakes out that you guys are still fighting for it.
I also got it was a little unfortunate, but I mean, I got like a couple of incident points, so I don't know how that's going to factor in.
Right.
-3, but yeah, it's not as bad as Martinsville.
It was not. We had a much better race. I would say pretty much everyone lost the 0x bonus with Thomas Green kind of spinning it on like the second restart of the night. I think the whole field kind of lost the 0x at that point.
Yeah, that was sketchy.
Yeah. But yeah, it'll be pretty close. I think both of you guys have a shot at it, and if not, Dylan, I think you definitely do at the very least. So you got a representative in the championship fight in 2 weeks at Homestead.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I mean, I feel like I hope Kyle could be in there. I mean, if anything, we'll both be racing for like ideally top 3, podium. Never nothing wrong with that.
Definitely. But let's see here. All right. Yeah, we'll just wait for the points to come out. I don't think there's a whole lot of stuff going on in terms of like protests. It's a pretty clean race, all in all, and we'll make sure to see you guys back here 2 weeks for the finale.
All right, thank you. Hopefully, we'll be in better spirits.
Absolutely. I'll have a good one.
Enjoy tonight.
So, we were told to interview Doug Ezel.
Did you take so long that they left?
Yeah.
You're a bum.
Fair enough. But all right, your final thoughts on the race. We'll see if we get a Doug Ezel interview, and we'll pull up the race results. If not,
much better than last week. I very much enjoyed it. My pick to win, I think I very much jinxed him, and I'm sorry, Chira. But skill issue. Just do better. Don't let the
all I'm saying is Randy was the winner of the next gen guys. Cade McClenney's still kind of a next up driver, so I think I get like half points for that. Or something.
I think timing and scoring gets full points for that.
Whatever.
Timing and scoring said he's going to win it from the start of the race.
It did. It did speak it into existence. But looking for Doug Ezel. They say he had something to say, but I guess we took too long. Hate to see it. Yeah, I don't see him anywhere.
Wow.
But these are the final results. East Coast Outlaw driver winning the East Coast Outlaws race. That is definitely not fixed. And then only 11 cars on the lead lap. Good results for Tony Scarbo and Travis De Leon. Love to see that. And yeah, I don't think Cave couldn't track him down, so that'll be it. Tomorrow night we are back with LSRL, the Light Speed Racing League Xfinity Series. So looking forward to that. They kick off their season at Daytona. And you'll see some familiar names there as well. So looking forward to that. Got a great season lined up, and looking forward to being a part of their team. Got some cool stuff in the works there. But yeah, LSRL Season 9 kicks off tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You'll be sure to tune in for that. And then that'll be kind of... We'll have to take a look at the schedule. But I know we're off next Monday. Not sure about next Tuesday. But nevertheless, we're back here in 2 weeks for the championship finale. So I'll be sure to tune in for that. But if we're off entirely next week, y'all have a great Thanksgiving. And we'll see you back in 2 weeks. Y'all take care.